Hi Collective, welcome to the channel. I'm Crystal, Divine Messenger. So it's interesting as I felt to do an invocation on recording upon starting, and that was all the time that I had available to do it, right? It's interesting. Maybe they didn't want me to do it before this reading. Normally I check my space before, but I didn't. There's something about that. Maybe that's going to reach more people on how to do an invocation, protecting your energy. I was feeling a lot of things that were, I still kind of am. I'm feeling a lot of things trying to come through, but protected, right? As long as it's staying at bay. Okay. I heard tainted love earlier. Like, I felt guided to doing a love reading. Okay, we in Cancer season. It's beautiful. For some birthday gifts, I got the Tangled Love Oracle. I wanted to play around with some of these oracle cards that I've been hesitant with using, because you have to keep in mind that it is a collective reading. Okay, and it is going to pick up on collective energies. Like, it might not be, all of the cards might not be like what's going on currently in your situation. Like, I was testing it out on me and my lover, and it was definitely picking up on the current energies that were going on at that exact time with us, right? But as I was starting to ask more questions and look into it, I was starting to see that certain things were coming up that were things that we were going through and experiencing. So it was like things that we had already been working through and getting over. So like he came clean with what he was hiding and betrayals and things like that. So of course when the hidden stuff is coming up, but I felt it as like past energy, you know what I mean? Because it was also coming out with like the heart healing and mending. It's things like that. Like, if you are going to move forward with somebody, you have to be willing. Yeah, look, I can't make it up. Coming clean. You have to, like, be willing to forgive. Like, if you don't forgive somebody and give them the chance to make things right, then they're not going to. Everything is going to be coming up deceiving. Remember, like, what you perceive is what you're going to see. It's like, for instance, if you think that someone's cheating on you and you go look through their phone, you're going to find stuff that's going to look like they're cheating. You could literally find messages where they're messaging like a family member, but then maybe they don't have the name saved, and then you see it, and it's going to make you feel as though, you know what I mean, or whatever. Like, because literally you get guided towards those things, especially with the phones and okay, now, I'm not saying, like, you should go against what you're feeling, because normally you're correct by what you're feeling. Your intuition tells you those things. But sometimes it can be insecurities, okay, that lead you down a certain way. And something that I've been feeling that's been on my heart and to put out there, right, is definitely don't go looking into tarot. Okay, tarot's supposed to be fun. Don't go looking into it for, like your validation, like your answers, like your final decision. You know what I mean? Like, if I would have listened to AI and if I would have listened to all the content and everything that was coming towards me, mind you, the stuff is connecting with your level of consciousness. So if you feel that you're in doubt, like if you feel that all these horrible things are happening to you, then you're going to get content that's going to be in alignment with that. You know what I mean? And it could literally be a wounding that you need to clear from within. So that's what I mean. Like, it's fun to connect with others and to look into tarot and all of that. But remember, it's supposed to be for, like, entertainment and things like that. And, like, that's why I like to use tarot and oracle as a way of teaching. But it's not like a guidance, right? Like, you really have to check in with what you feel. And to keep in mind if there's love there. Because if there's love there, then it's worth fighting for. Otherwise, what are you doing? You really think you're going to turn away love, that you're just going to go find it somewhere else? If there is something that you couldn't stand within a person, it's a reflection of yourself. It's inner work that you need to be doing. So you're either going to get You're going to align with somebody just like that to teach you the exact same lesson to get you to do that inner work. Like when you're with somebody, it's about that work that you put in. That's what I said. If love is there, like that's what I mean. Like you can throw away the love of your life because you don't want to work with them, because the things that you don't like are really but a mirrored reflection of yourself, and you need to put in that work. You know what I mean? Like if somebody like loves you, they will put in the work and they will work with you and change. Like if you're with somebody, like say you love somebody, you're with them, but they're not willing to change or not wanting to do anything, not listening, not cooperating, then clearly you know, yeah, then it's not working in a relationship. But I mean, if you have somebody that's willing to put in the work, right? And, you know, like if you have somebody that is, you know, struggling with things or been hiding, and like sometimes people just do that out of insecurities and stuff. And they're coming clean and confessing and want a chance, right? You should give them that chance, right? To make things right. Or you're going to wonder what could have been from that. All because maybe you were guided towards someone like, no, they haven't changed. Because if you're thinking in your mind, like, no, they haven't changed. This is the same person. They coming in. They a wolf in sheep's clothing. Wolf in sheep clothing. I keep seeing everywhere all over the collective. So obviously that's a trending thing. You know what I mean? Then you're gonna get that in the algorithm, and you're gonna be like, no. But that's what I mean. Like, there's way too many labels. There's way too many things that kind of guide us towards. Now, it's beautiful that we can call out the energy and we can read it or whatever. But you have to know every situation is different, and not everybody. Somebody may be coming off that way, just like people that need to appear that they're confident, but they're really not. They're going to come up as hiding in an energy that's not really them. Do you know what I mean? Like, people cover up a lot of their woundings, and sometimes certain relationships actually help you be your true authentic self and to overcome those woundings and to come out. That's what I mean. Like, that's why, like, it's very important every relationship you have, even if it is a trauma bond or a karmic lover, they are still teaching you lessons, and it's still out of love, and it still is a soulmate. That's what I mean. There's just way too much of this, like, oh no, like, no, you don't ever waste your time with someone. If you're with them, then that's what energetically, like, you were comfortable with. Like, I was thinking a lot about, like, me, right, and my energy, and like what, you know, like my lover should look like for me, which would make me the most happiest, right? And I've thought about that. Like, I'm one where, like, I am very, like, on fast pace, like, on the go. Like, I like to relax and be at home, but I don't like to just lay around. I'm one where it's like, nope, I always want to be doing stuff. I'm very, like, very just on the move, on the go. So I always said, like, I've had lovers that just want to lay around and be couch potatoes or whatever. Like, that I can't handle. I need somebody that can keep up with me. I need someone that's going to be spontaneous. Somebody where if I'm just like, hey, I want to go to the beach right now. It's like 9 o'clock at night, or I want to go do this, that somebody's ready to jump on, right? I need somebody that's not too by the book and by schedule, and because I'm really, like, on the go, spontaneous, just like to do things. So I know I need to have somebody that's going to want to be adventurous with me, that is not going to be, nope, we have a certain structure, certain stability, but then at the same time, because I lack earth and structure and stability in my chart, and I can just go with the flow and like all over, I do need a little bit of structure, and I do need to have somebody that can help ground me, right? So I've thought about this, right, in different things, and, like, you know what I mean, like, you'll start to realize that, like, either you're with somebody that's in alignment with, like, what you want, or you're not. Sometimes literally people are to literally show you and align to get you to realize that. That's why you really have to check in with what you feel, right? But if you feel that there's a strong bond, there's a lot of love and connection, there's work, and you're willing to put in the work, and so are they, then it's worth trying to mend. heal a relationship, learn from each other, and maybe it's just your lesson, your contract's not done yet, right? Like we get so caught up in like with our forever partners and marriage and all of that, and like we need to stop doing that. Like literally, maybe sometimes you're meant to, like, say you have a contract with somebody where they're set to be in your life for a certain amount of time. It's bringing me to one of these Black Mirror, I think, episodes where there was a computer that was generating certain things and it was trying to like align people with certain like alignments and core values that they needed. Like when they got together, like they could find out like how long their relationship was meant to be for. And it's like as they advance and do different things, they get different levels. It's almost like that. Like, you know, you really do have contracts. Like, how do you know that you really don't have a set amount of like a contract? Like, say you're supposed to be with someone, like, it's going to take 7 years. Like, how do you know that that's not really like already the time frame? And it's like, even though you may break up and you may do all this from a higher level, how do you not know that like you're meant to experience? And it kind of is, but it's all in this very precise like divine timing in a way, because it's like when you overcome certain things, then you're ready for the next level. Then kind of it adjusts the timelines. I guess that's what I'm getting. Like for some of you, if you really look at things, you're going to start to realize like, wow, yeah, like the lovers that I had were in alignment with where I was at that, like, yeah, like that person was like matching my frequency. I did have a lot of fun with them, you know? And like that's what I started to realize, like my lover now, like even though like he's very stubborn and very he got very egoic and stuff like that, because I was triggering his confidence level within him, he was triggering mine, right? So we were clashing a lot. But then I started to look at all the other things, right? Like he always tries to change and work and listens to me and does these things, you know what I mean? Like even though I felt like, yeah, he's not very good at expressing his emotions and feelings and talking to me on like intimate levels, but that's something that I struggle. So if it irritates me that he doesn't do this, then I need to do more of this, you know what I mean? Instead of just running away and trying to find another lover that's going to do that, you know what I mean? Because that's not how it works, and that's not what's going to happen. Like if you're going and looking for like this perfect lover, you're never going to find him because it's not what it is. I mean, maybe if you just think you're gonna go by yourself and you're gonna be your own perfect lover, but then still, I don't think you're gonna learn the lessons. And I think that's what happens. Some people get very, very confident, but they kind of get arrogant in a way, and then they get in their own energy, like, well, I'm gonna stay in my own energy, I'm gonna love myself, and then the love of my life's gonna come in. But then they realize love of life ain't coming in because I'm sorry I should be laughing about this, but it's almost like those are the ones that then get punished for being arrogant, I feel, for not doing the lessons. I hope this is making sense and it's not coming off the wrong way, because I get it. Like it's very empowering to be like in your own energy and loving yourself and you know, getting close with the Most High and having that love, because that's the love that is what you really need. Okay, so not looking for it externally, but at the same token, I'm hearing like you have to be willing to go into these. Like sometimes you need to go into a relationship knowing that it's going to be like, this is like a learning, like this relationship is going to advance me further. Like maybe you're in a relationship and you know that, like, yeah, that's not going to be someone I'm going to marry, but it's somebody that I'm with right now. Well, stop worrying about timelines and how long that you're being together. Just enjoy the moment. Have you ever like been done with a relationship or a situation or a job or even something, and you're just like, wow, I wish I would have just enjoyed it more while I was there, because knowing now that it wasn't my forever, like I could have had a lot more fun with it. And you know what I mean? And that's the thing, like I think we need to stop worrying so much about the final. I think that we put too much into this. I don't know. So that's what I'm talking about, is like, don't listen to what other people are saying when it comes to relationships, or even the recommendations or the videos. Like, don't look for your final answer through tarot. I'm gonna tell you what, like, gosh, no, like you're missing out. And really, it's really set up to really deter true love and divine lovers from being together anyway. It really is. So many of you are like with your perfect soulmates like right now, and you don't even realize it. And then you have love right there, but you're focused on the flaws. You're focused on just So many people have love right in front of them and they don't even realize it. That's what I'm getting at. So anyway, with that said, I've been wanting to play with these cards. Let's get into the Tangled Love. So it's supposed to be fun, just to give you a vibe of the energy that's going on. You know, you'll feel what's for you. If you feel something heavy in your solar plexus, it's not for you. Right? That's when I know, like, I'll be flowing, like a reading will be talking to me so beautifully, and then all of a sudden something will get thrown, like, oh yeah, they being a serial cheater or whatever, sneaking around at work, like, like the stuff will pop in there, right? And then all of a sudden my stomach's like, hell no, that ain't for you. Now I know not all of you have very, very strong intuition, okay, but still, use your, you know, you already had a feeling if somebody is being a certain way, right? And if they are, then you get the confirmation. And you know that if it was just a worry that you had, or if they were really giving you those signs, those red flags, you were ignoring them. You know, everything that's hidden always comes to light, and that's the thing. You really don't have to go looking for it. Just wait for a full moon, baby. Okay? It's like, it's the... everything's it's not because we're in a magnetized realm, everything, like, it gets brought to the surface. Everything is made right. And the people that do things behind your back or whatever, like the guilt will get to them, which you know, it'll come out. You don't have to worry about that. Alright, so anyway, let's get into this Tangled Love. Let's see what the cards are. Shit. If that doesn't show you I'm on point, oh my gosh, this is a beautiful deck. Guilt, stress, anxiety, issue, universe. Thank you, Spirit. We tapped in. Let's see, what else is coming out? So maybe because I keep talking about that, somebody is feeling guilty. Look, teamwork, love, together through it all, partnership, and we got this. Look at that. That's so beautiful. And this was on the bottom of the deck when I first picked it up, and I was talking at the beginning. I noticed it because I seen the two in the wedding. Look at that. Right time, the right place, and the right time. Alignment, divine timing, and meant to be. That's why I said for a lot of you, like, you are with the person that you're meant to be. That's meant to be like your forever partner, your kingdom spouse. But it's like there's a lot that is trying to get you to not see that. No contact, block, separated, disagreement, silent treatment is coming out. So for some of you, like, this person, you could be in alignment, or you were, but you're blocking them out, because this is where I was at with my lover. Like, we were in a no contact and we were separated for 3 weeks, right? Yeah. So push and pull, controlling, unbalanced, pride and ego, and power struggles. And that's what we were going through. We were in this power struggle, battle of the egos. I was like, I ain't talking to him. I'm not apologizing. I was like, I didn't do anything wrong. So we were doing kind of the same thing, right? And we were both hiding things. Look, real love, real deal, true bond, unshakable, divine union. How beautiful. And that's how you know, too, if something keeps coming back. If it's magnetically, if it keeps coming back, it's coming back for a reason, right? See, and then the X is coming out. That's what I mean. For some of you, you were separated, okay? Undercover, love triangles, sleeping with an ex and someone you know. But see, that's not for everyone. Like I said, you'll know if that's for you. But so for some of you, you know, sometimes it takes separating and for someone to look into other options just to realize that that's not what they want. Sometimes you do need that. And with retrograde being here, this could bring people back from the past. Okay? So sometimes that causes people to go no contact too while they're figuring things out, and that's okay. Sometimes it's better to give people their space, okay, and to let them figure things out. They're showing rock bottom, jail, karma, legal trouble, and life falling apart. Yeah, and for some of you, that's where you let karma. Some of these people, too, like karma needed to come in. Sometimes you get separated for things to get cleared up. Deuces, fed up, walking away, no communication, taking your power back. Avoidance. Ghosting and hiding, conflicted introspection. Seeing more of this, feeling guilty. See, so that's what I'm feeling like, but then look, reconciliation. See, so for some of you, this is like, I'm thinking of you, nostalgia, missing you, grieving you, fixated on you, manifesting a reunion. You know, that's the strongest message that I feel is coming out. See, and I could keep going and get more and more energies in this deck, but I'm almost out of time, so I guess I'm